Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. So today I'll be taking a look at set 76911. This is the Aston Martin DB5 from the Speed Champions line. This set has 298 pieces and is meant for ages 8 and up. And this is a James Bond set. It's a Speed Champions and James Bond set, one of the first Speed Champion sets that is also with a movie, the other one being the Charger from Fast and Furious that released alongside this, and this was part of a price increase for Speed Champions, I believe from $20 to $25, which I still believe is a fine price for these sets, but I'm really hoping we don't get any more. Actually, sorry, I believe this was 30, not 25. It went from 25 to 30. That is Canadian. So I still think that's a fine value for this set. Of course, you're getting one minifigure, which I would say I've said it in a lot of my Speed Champions reviews, is not the main aspect of this Speed Champion set, and I still don't believe the James Bond minifigure, even though it's really cool, is not the main aspect. For me, it's a vehicle here. That's what I'm buying the set for, but this James Bond minifigure is really cool. So first I'll take a look at the car, the DB5, and then take a look at the James Bond minifigure, some accessories you get along with this set, the box, and then give you my final thoughts on this LEGO Speed Champion set. So here is the DB5, the build of this set. Just to start this off, I haven't seen any of the James Bond films, so I don't have really any prior knowledge other than a bit of research before doing this review as to this car, the significance of it in the films. Of course, from my research, I figured this the first appearance of this car was in the 1964 James Bond film Goldfinger, which is the different James Bond from the minifigure you get here. I believe that was the Sean Connery version of James Bond. Well, this minifigure is the Daniel Craig version of James Bond, but from what I've seen, the pictures, the car has stayed very similar since it is still the DB5. So if there's any small details here, it is for sure possible that I do miss them, given that I haven't seen the film, or films, but I am hoping to see them at some point. They seem like enjoyable films. I just have never watched them. So here is the DB5, and I think it's really good. I love light gray Speed Champion sets. And I think this one is no different, has some really nice details as well. So just looking at the front here, a lot of this is printed. These two pieces right here that line up really perfectly, just trying to get a closer look at that, those lines really do line up nicely. As well as some prints right here on either side, and then the prints right there for the headlights. You do have the Aston Martin logo right there, which is a sticker. I think all the slope detailing here is really nice. One thing that actually looking at the pictures isn't all that bad. It's somewhat accurate because it does kind of curve in there, but you just kind of have this a bit too high, whereas you're never going to get like the perfect look as the actual car with these Lego pieces, but I do think it's really well done. You have some chrome pieces there which look nice. The license plate there, which you do get a bunch of these license plates that I'll show in a little bit. There's also these pieces right here that add some nice detail. There's the wheels right there, which do have like chrome rims, which is really cool. I don't think we've seen that before in the Speed Champions line, which is nice. You have some stickers there, of course, getting the door handle there, as well as a logo right there, and the 007 logo, at least, or is that DB5? I thought that was 007, but it's DB5. Yeah, that's a nice logo there. Then you have the chrome rims again on either side. It looks all nice there. The back here, I really like those those rear lights there, which are printed. You see another license plate, the DB5 logo once again, and the Aston Martin logo as well. More chrome pieces around there, which was nice to put together. Looking at the bottom here, you do have a bit of detailing there, which is nice. That's one thing that I love about Speed Champions, is the amount of detail that is packed into a relatively small space. Then just moving to the interior of it, it's opened up right here, which is two pieces that stays there, and then this usually would just come off here. So that is printed right there. It doesn't match perfectly, which is something that you do get with Lego pieces that are printed onto clear Lego pieces, is that the color isn't perfectly matching. You can kind of really see it right there. It doesn't match perfectly, but I do still really like this piece and the shaping of it. So the interior here, I believe this is for the first time. We actually have two sets of seats. You have the front ones right there, the back ones there. You have space to connect the minifigure to those front ones, and some really nice interior detail. I really like the seats. I like how they're done. The interior, I think, is really good. And I think overall this is just a really good LEGO Speed Champion set. And if the Lamborghini Countach didn't release from this year, this would for sure be my favorite Speed Champions build as well as set from this year. It's just, I think, really good. It's for sure in like my top 3. So one thing that this Speed Champion set does have is a bunch of extra license plates. It's a bunch of extra license plate pieces, which I'm guessing that's because James Bond changes the license plate quite a bit in the films, and these also might represent the other older films' license plates. So there you have one right there. Here is another one right here. Another one right here. And then I believe you have a set of one more here, if I can just differentiate them. Actually, oh yes, these are different ones. You have two 14A and two 16A there. So yeah, I think the build here is really nice. Some of the curvature, I wish there was a bit more to it, but given the restrictions of the Lego pieces, it totally makes sense. And if you do start lining all those things up, you get to the point, I find, where it's not really a Lego set. It's more like a model, which there's certain aspects of a Lego set that you have that really I don't want them to ever change, because it sort of takes away parts of a Lego set. The extra license plates here I think are nice. I do wish that back windshield area did match up perfectly, but I do understand it. I get that never seems to happen. Those type of pieces never seem to match up perfectly. I like the prints and mix stickers here, unlike some Speed Champion sets. There's not a ton of stickers here. You do get a full sticker sheet worth probably about 10 or so, but given some other Speed Champion sets, this one is not too bad. So now take a look at the James Bond minifigure of this set. So here is the James Bond minifigure, and I think this is a really good figure. This is, of course, representing Daniel Craig's version of James Bond, which makes sense given that No Time to Die relatively recently released compared to other iterations of James Bond. I think this is a good representation of the character. You've got the new face print there, a hairpiece there, just like a straight hairpiece in a darker blonde color. No alternate face there. The torso print is really nice, and surprising to me, there's actually some really nice leg printing there. Kind of, I believe that would just be like the coattails of the suit, which is really cool, just to add some detail to the legs that I think is just really surprising. I've always said it in all my Speed Champions reviews that minifigures aren't the best thing of Speed Champion sets. It's the build. But this minifigure is really good, and for sure is some reason that people would buy this set. And I think this one's really good. I love the addition of the leg printing here. And I think this particular Speed Champion set has a leg up on other ones in that the build's great, but then you also have a great minifigure, where as other Speed Champion sets, yeah, the printing is great, but other than that, the minifigure is not all that interesting, and as a racing suit on, I really could care less if the minifigure was in it or not. But in this case, this is a really great minifigure. One other thing that this set does have that maybe intentional, maybe not intentional, because it's just a piece that happens to be used, and it's always seems to appear as an extra piece given its size, is this little piece, which has been used for multiple things, but you could use it as a gun, which James Bond, well, uses a gun quite a bit, so you do have an extra one of those in the set. If you don't already happen to have an extra one, you can give that to your James Bond minifigure instead of that wrench, which is just a common accessory to the Speed Champions minifigures line. So here is the box of the set. You have the set of information there. You can see the Aston Martin DB5 pretty well represented there. Of course, you can see the James Bond minifigure in the car. You have the 007 logo there, as well as the Aston Martin logo and the Lego and Speed Champions logo. I think this set well represents the set that you were buying, and I think that's good for a Speed Champions set. I would say Speed Champions doesn't necessarily have the most intriguing of box arts, but I do still think this well represents the set and puts the DB5 in more of a familiar scenery, which is overall good. You can see the side view of the car there, as well as the rims, which aren't as shiny as they actually are when you get them on the box. The back shows the actual car, which is such a nice looking car. This, I think, a great looking car. There is the back of the set, which I will say that color there for that back windshield really makes it look like it's matching up, which it does not. And another shot of the set right there. I think this is a good box art. Not my favorite box art I've ever seen, but I think it well represents what you are getting in this set, which is, of course, the Aston Martin DB5. Speed Champions is one of my favorite LEGO themes right now. I think from the change to 6 wide to 8 wide has been absolutely amazing, and the sets they've been producing are great. And even though this set is part of an increase, well, really all LEGO sets have been increased, but this one is a $5 increase from 25 to 30, and I still think you're getting a fine value here. I think the vehicle, the car here, the DB5, is really nice. The build was nice. It was another just really nice Speed Champions build. I can't not suggest a Speed Champions set for someone who just wants a LEGO building experience, because these are just really fun to put together in a small package here. It's not that expensive, so you're not having to go to like the 18 plus $200, $300 set level. You can stay at this cheaper price range, but get a really nice building experience, which I think you get from this set. I think the overall design of the car is really good. I think it did the best job it could given some restrictions with LEGO pieces. The James Bond minifigure is a really nice inclusion and will for sure, I think this set will look really nice with the Creator Expert DB5 that released a few years ago that is now retired. So if you're looking to get this set to go along with this one, you're going to have to look in the third-party space, whether that's eBay, Bricklink, somewhere else, to get one of those, and I think it would look really nice together. I think this set is really great, and I'd for sure highly suggest it from one of my top sets for the summer wave. I've built 2 or 3 now, the Crystal King's Temple, and I think at the price, this is a really great set with a nice minifigure. And even for someone like me who's not seen the James Bond films and really has no affliction with James Bond, I still think this is a really great set, and I'd for sure recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.